All right, I'll try to get this to stop shaking real quick. Ooh, what's up everybody? It's your girl, Popular here, coming to you with another video, okay? So I'm just like setting the mood for this space. I just felt the need to kind of like do what I used to do. Y'all remember, I used to have my incense flowing on here. Honey, act like you know. Your girl did just have a hike, okay, up the steps, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be breathing a little heavy, you know what I'm saying? Those of you, y'all know I'll be announcing this on all my videos, so don't nobody be judging P too hard. You know, I'm growing life. Don't think too hard about what I just said. Yes, I'm growing life. And honey, like, I be out of breath. Y'all know I was already a heavy breather, so there's that. Products that are used right here, right now, are from my girl 80 Roses shop. I do believe I have the Bloom Burning. I also have some of her frankincense. Love her products. And then I'm about to rub some of her oil. I got my Leo. Well, it's the sun oil, but you know, I call it my Leo oil. And I also got my good old Mercury oil. Cause your girl has a mercium. I have a mercium. Oh, you got a mercium? I got a mercium. I have a Mercury stellium, okay? So yeah, I just be needing that. But anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the topic at hand. Because we finna get juicy, get a little messy. Maybe. I need it this morning. I be needing it this morning. I be needing a little tea, okay? So we're about to get into the tea. What I would like to tap into, so I'm just gonna set my intention with you guys. Let's do it together. And I'm gonna set this right here. We're gonna be using the Ghetto Tarot. This is kind of what the cards are looking like, at least to pick the piles. So stay with me. I'll put some timestamps down below so that you guys can, you know, jump ahead if you want to. But I really have to sit in this energy so that I can really set the intention. So of course, you know, take from this reading whatever resonates, but what I want to tap into, setting it right now, I want to go into like, how would this person react if they saw you again? Honestly, I want, you know, y'all pick whoever y'all want to, because you know, it's your world, I'm just living in it, I just work here. But I want to do like, you ever have that person that you haven't seen in a long time? There's a good chance you might not see them because you guys might not live in the same area. You know, the odds and the chances are kind of low. And you're just curious, what would they do? Ooh. Girl, let's not be dramatic. Let's not be dramatic. Oh, wow. Let's not be dramatic. Let's not be dramatic. Let's not be dramatic now. Let's not be dramatic, okay? See, that's what I'm saying. That's a sign. I want it to be unexpected. Just like that. I'm acting like, girl, why is you burning this right under the little fire alarm? They're so fucking sensitive. Like, could you imagine? And girl, I was about to start burning sage. Could you imagine if I started burning some sage? Let me go. Hold on. Let me put this out real quick. Not me putting that out like I was smoking a cigarette. Anyway, that's how unexpected I want it to be. I want it to be like unexpected. Like you popping, like you see this person, you're caught off guard. They're caught off guard. You have not seen each other in a while. I don't want this to be a mundane type of where y'all be coming to the reading knowing that you see this person every damn day and you're just wondering like, well, what would it be like if we just bumped into each other on coincidence? No, like it could be that ex. I mean, I'll even do platonic messages. It could be that ex, maybe even that friend, that situationship, that person from a third party situation, the third party. I don't know. I'm keeping it open with that, but I just want to know, like, what would they do if they saw you again? So I was gonna just do love at first. Hold on, y'all, because now I'm breathing. The smoke got me like, but anyway, I was gonna do just love at first, but let's keep it open. I mean, Love is going to be that main drive. A lot of people are going to come here for a situation where there was a bond. But you know, I don't know why I was also picking up on some third party situations for some, friendship situations, whatever. But it is mainly going to be love. But I'll try to include that as well if I pick up on it. I'm going to just trust my peoples, my spiritual team, to do what it do, baby. Do what it do. Okay, so let's get it started. What we're going to do right at this second, where are we at right now? Let me pause this really quick. I just wanted to make sure to pause that so that I can put a timestamp. All right, focus your energy. We're going to be pulling piles. I think I'm going to do 4 piles for this. All right. Why did I just get the name Octavius? I do this all the time. There's someone that has a channel where they be like, Aquarius. Aquarius. Some of you guys listen to, what is her name? I just found her channel and I've been really fooling with her vibes. Is it Siren Tarot, Psychic Siren Tarot? She literally just did a collab with Lexi the Leo, and I was like, oh, when they did a collab, girl, I know I was gonna like you because I like Lexi's channel. Okay, but anyway, is it kind of like Psychic Siren Tarot? Someone's name here is Bella. Last name could be Bellamy, something like that. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, who is pile 1? Let's choose pile 1 together. Oh my gosh, real quick, I'm sorry. For those of y'all that just don't like a babbling fool, girl, might not be the reader for you because I'm feeling a little chatty today. Have any of you, real quick, have you watched freaking Love is Blind this new season? These freaking nut quacks. Aren't they some nut quacks? That's all I had to say. Just some nut quacks. I'm ready for this damn reunion. I'm ready for this reunion, girl. Let's get into it. Okay, who is pile 1? 1 card. I'm only going to take 1 card. Perfect. We have the Magician. Funny, I feel so chatty, and then we get this Magician card. Gemini, Virgo energy coming in. Let me try to zoom. Y'all like my nails? Real basic. I've been a basic bee lately. No offense if you get your nails like this all the time. It's nothing wrong with this. These are like my mommy nails. It's just anybody that knows, if you are new, honey, ask somebody. I normally get like the works on my nails, but I just, honey, I told the story. I had this one little happening happen at the ATM, or no, like, you know when you go to the gas station and you put your card in a little slot? I could not pull that card out the slot with them long nails that I had. Oh, about did it. And and I was in my first trimester. Girl, fuck no. I said, girl, no, absolutely not. My attitude was on 10. I said we will not. We will be going shorts, and maybe we will get Frenches. We're gonna get our French on. But anyway, okay, pile 2. Who is pile 2? Who is pile 2? Ooh, okay. This came out reverse, but I feel like I'm just gonna put everything upright just because. But it did come out reverse. All right, and I'll zoom in a second, you guys. Ooh. Who is pile 3? Who is pile 3? Oh, I love this. Spiritual team, thank you for letting just 1 card come out. Because, you know, people be getting overwhelmed when it be like 50 cards and then I got to choose. Okay, so we have the Empress. See why setting your intention and talking to your peoples is important, girl. You got to be clear. Gots to be clear. Okay. Who is pile 4? 1 card, please. Thank you. Oh, interesting. We have the Emperor. How funny is that? I hope you guys can see, because girl, these glasses are a little foggy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in so that you can see each card up close. But if you already know like who you want to choose, you know, go ahead and do your thing, girl. But for those that need a little bit more, or you're watching live, Sit tight. So let's really go into it, okay? This is pile 1. The Magician. See what he's giving. Boom. This is pile 2. Came out in reverse, but we are putting it upright. We have the 6 of Pentacles. See what he and she are giving. Let's look at what they are giving. All right. Pile 3 is the Empress. Okay, girl. Okay, let's look at what she's giving. Our girl. Why'd I tap that instead of the camera? And then pile 4, the Emperor. Pile 3's counterpart. All right, we have the Emperor. Sorry. All right, so I'll go ahead and lay these out. Pile 1, the Magician. Let me turn this up just a tad. Yeah, pile 1, the Magician. Pile 2, the 6 of Pentacles. Pile 3, the Empress. Move aside, fluff, move aside. And then pile 4, we have the Emperor. Let me try to back that out. Only working with so much space here. Okay, okay, okay. I think I'll take a picture on my phone too because this is pissing me off, all right? But girl, this is what she's working with. This is what she gives. This is what I'm giving, okay? You know I gotta do it. Go ahead, take them in. We got the Magician, 6 of Pentacles, oh yes. Ooh, she's blurry. We got the Empress. And we have the Emperor. I could already tell I'm about to be tapped in because I spent a lot of time on this intro. I'm about to be tapped into this, okay? So go ahead and pick intuitively. There we go. And I will see you guys at your pile. Oh my gosh, you guys, really quick. Let me just tell you what I just did. I'm so embarrassed. So I have my drink over here. Girl, why did I pick up this candle and almost put it to my lips like it was the drink? Girl, let me let y'all pick and do y'all thing before I fucking burn my lips off. What's going on with the mind? It's like, where's her mind? Okay, but anyway, yeah, pick intuitively. And I will see you guys at your pile. Okay, pile 1. I'm hoping that what just happened with my camera does not happen again. So like I was saying, there's something really weird about this energy. It's very like I have more questions than I do have answers. Now, before we get started, we have not even dived into like how they're gonna react when they see you yet. Because like real quick, for those that know me, I will customize each pile depending on what I'm feeling with the energy. And for whatever reason, I felt the need to really ask about like who this person is, what happened between y'all, like what's the past energy, the most recent past energy, how do you feel about this person? I just had these questions, and it's funny because as I was talking, I'm gonna see if it happens again. If it happens again, it's gonna piss me off, but my camera just shut off. So there could have been a very abrupt ending here, where you didn't get a lot of closure, or it just feels like you and this person, because I can't, it's so mysterious. I cannot pinpoint everything. The word elusive is coming through. There's a lot of Cancer energy here that I was picking up on at first. So this person could be a Cancer. Some of you guys could have lived with this person. I mean, like I said, we're going to be focusing more on love. But I mean, you could be asking about a family member. But you know, if it is more platonic, you know, I don't know. do what you must, okay, in order to get the messages to resonate for you without forcing it. I do feel like there was a bond here, though. There was a friendship. At some point, there was a dynamic where two parties were connecting, but something just like kind of cut. I don't know if both of you or one of you noticed that there wasn't really much passion in the connection, or if there was just this, like, you know, when you're trying to talk to somebody and like it's just not flowing. You know what this reminds me of? Okay, Love is Blind. Oh my gosh, it's not awkward like them. It's given JP and what was her name? Ashley. I don't know. It's just weird. This energy is weird. Okay. I have so many questions. So let me just try to talk through this. I don't want to spend too much time on this part. So just give me a second. It's going to hit for some of you guys, but really you're here for how would they react if they saw you. Whoever this person is, first of all, I feel like when they do see you, which is why I was like, okay, what's going on here? There is a bit of shock here, like a pause. Like there's a pause. Like their face is straight to the point where you almost don't know if they're excited or if they're upset. This person, I feel like, has a tendency to do that. Have you ever seen somebody who will have a straight face, but then when you come talk to them, they're like really friendly, like they'll have like a smile on their face? This person could be like that. I don't know. It just feels like they're kind of wondering, I don't know how to read pile one either. So I don't know if I should smile. I don't know if I should have a straight face. And that's what led me to what happened in the past. It feels like there were some things that occurred here that have like a little bit of a bitter energy. But let me take it from the top. I asked who this person is to you. We got the 4th house. So some of you guys could have saw this person as family. Some of you guys could have kids with this person, even though it really doesn't feel like that. But I'm just naming out what a possibility, like what are the possibilities here. I also feel like some of you guys, you went there. You went there with a friend. Let's say there was a friend dynamic here, like a friend group, and there was this one friend in the group that you ended up getting drawn to, and you ended up sleeping with them, messing with them, flirting with them. I feel like there could be that type of situation. I feel that strongly for some of you guys where y'all kind of crossed that line. And you know how it be when you cross the line with a friend. You just never know what's going to happen. All right. So when I asked about whoever this person is, they could be a very hard worker. They could work with their hands a lot. Like, I don't know if they're in the military. I could see this person being maintenance. We have some Capricorn energy here. We have Scorpio energy when I asked about who they are. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and then we have just a random card that was in the deck that says, also collect the unharmed edition at vanishing. And that word vanishing, does this person ghost a lot? Was there a ghosting situation? Or is that just this person's personality? This person feels like they could be a bit of a hermit at times. They're very hard to read, but not really. I don't know. Like, it feels like there's a lot going on within, but they don't really show it. Okay. This person could be super anxious. And I feel like if you're intuitive, you can like really pick up on it. But facial expression wise, very mute. That's how it feels. This person is like, when you see me, you see me. When you don't, you don't. They might have a very tight-knit group that they hang around. It could be mainly people they work with. Very close with their family members. They could have some siblings, possibly an older sister. This person is in their head a lot, okay? I also feel like there's some tendencies for this person not to be tapped into reality. For whatever reason, this 7 of Cups gives me a little bit. Let me say this. I won't say this person is childish, but I feel like for some of you guys, when you dealt with this individual, there's just certain things about them where you're like, okay, like, why are we handling this situation like this? Why won't you just say it? Or why can't you articulate this? Like, I don't know, there's something really funky about this energy, and I think it's going to come together once I ask how they're going to react. But anyway, I asked about what happened. Once this Ten of Swords came out, the Dead Man's Deck card came out, that let me know that there was some type of ending here. Something that occurred where it's like there was a decision that was made, whether, I don't know, whether you wanted to or it was just like this has to happen. There was a decision that was made. Some of you guys had to move, especially if you're in the military. It feels like there's like something that happened to you guys that was inevitable. Like, maybe someone had to move, they were stationed somewhere else, or maybe one of you guys felt like the other person was too involved with their career, they were too flighty, so it's just like, I gotta end this here, I'm not really getting the answers that I need. Someone kind of feels like they were more patient than the other. I feel like one of you guys was rooted in like reality and the other person like was not. I don't know. Anyway, this was not supposed to be this deep. But I feel like there was some type of ending here. Someone's name could be James. It could have been also due to this person being very, I don't know, some of them could have been a player, very like all over the place, not really able to give you the clarity that they needed to. There's something about why don't you stand on what you say? When you say something, it's something else that you do right after that kind of goes against that. There's like resistance here. It's very weird. There is a level of ego here. Some of you guys could have noticed, if you did not know this about this person, especially if this was like a situationship in love, girl, I'm spilling the tea. Some of you guys or someone here has a higher status than the other. There was someone in this connection that was a bit thrown off by the other person's success and their attractiveness when it came to other people. Okay, you know what this reminds me of? I don't know why I'm thinking about a specific situation I was in, but when I tap into this energy, I think about this specific person that was younger than me, but like we were friends, and then we ended up, you know, it was a whole thing, girl. Ugh, embarrassed. But he was younger than me, and he was really into gaming, and then I had my YouTube channel, and he wanted to be a YouTuber. I always run into people that want to do what I'm doing, you know, in relationships. And then he just, I don't know, like, I don't know if he just, I'm not going to say he couldn't, but it was just weird because he was always worried about, like, who was looking at me. Very insecure, like, always worried about who was looking at me, thinking I thought I was better, but it wasn't about that. You think I'm better. So there could have been a dynamic here. And y'all could tell, like, I don't even feel like talking about that person. They're so in the back. But there was something here where I felt like, this Six of Wands represents somebody's pride. Something happened here that caused for resistance in the connection where it's like there's two people that might really like each other, because I'm seeing that here down below. But maybe one's jealous of the attractiveness of that person, or maybe there's a lot of people, like let's say if this is a friend dynamic, let's say there's a friend group and there's other friends that also like you, if you know, if that resonates, where it's like this person's like, well, Paul one's supposed to be my person, but then, you know, Bill, Bob, and Jane over here also trying to talk to them. There's like a competitive energy that I'm getting from this Six of Wands. I don't know why, okay? I don't know why. I also feel like something about the communication was a little bit lacking in this situation. And it just feels like there's a lot of stubbornness here with this Nine of Wands and this Knight of Wands. A lot of flighty energy. There could have been, like, if you look back on this connection, there's just a lot of like, that was childish, or I don't know, we didn't really think that through. A lot of impulsive actions. It could have been on both sides. It's just very confusing. I don't know why, okay? And when I asked about how you guys feel about them, we have the Knight of Pentacles here, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Cups. And this is why I'm just about to jump right into like how would they act if they saw you. Some of you guys might still be open to being friends with this person. I'm not gonna lie, there's almost like when I see this, I see indifferent. Some of you, like I said, you still would like to be friends with this person, or there's just a level of when y'all separated, you just went your own way and you just kind of tried to focus on your career, move in a steady direction. You know, when you have a connection where you're like so in it at that time, but then once it's done, you're like, okay, girl, what was I doing? Like, I was really pressed about that. I don't know. There's something about that where some of you guys are like, I'm not really pressed about that right now. I mean, if they want to be cool, great, but I'm not really pressed. There's one person that's not that pressed, and then there's someone else that is pressed, where they're like, I don't know, this person, like, depending on if you're the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Cups, it feels like since this separation that I'm picking up on, or this distance, it feels like one of these people, like, let me explain like this, I'm sorry. This Knight of Cups, or this Knight of Pentacles, let's say if everybody's focused forward, this Knight of Pentacles is kind of still focused forward, while this Knight of Cups is focused on this Knight of Pentacles. Where the Knight of Pentacles is just like, okay, it is what it is. But the Knight of Cups is starting to like this Knight of Pentacles. And if this was someone that didn't really give you the time of day or the attention that you needed, I would not be surprised if at some point in time this person has tried to talk to you again, or they've tried to make amends, and you just kind of were just over it. I could see that happening as well. Something about this, it just feels indifferent with the Five of Pentacles. It could just be like, look, I just walked away from this. It is what it is. I'm not really picking it back up with this Four of Swords. Some of you guys could be in another relationship. Weird energy, okay? Very weird energy here. We also have the number 20 and the number 24. So you could have met this person between those ages. We also have the number 32. This person could be in their 20s. But we have healing energy, and we also have ascension. This lets me know that there was something that happened that occurred, or that triggered and was a catalyst for some type of healing to happen. Whether it was recognizing your own toxic traits, recognizing what we're not settling for, recognizing red flags. I feel like whatever the dynamic here was, whether it was super serious or it wasn't that serious, this person taught you some things that you were able to grow from. And I also feel like you taught this person, especially if you know, and you could be real with yourself and be like, they were more immature than me. You taught them a lot about themselves as well, okay? There's a lot of ascending, a lot of growth here. But you know, fuck all that other bullshit, girl. I need to know what's happening. So let me pause this. That could have resonated for some of you, but I want to get into like, how would this person react if they saw you again? So we are going to go to the Monopoly Tarot, and I'm just going to pull some energy. All right. Why does this person, there's like a bit of a childish energy. I don't know if this person would just be kind of acting goofy when they saw you. And when I say goofy, I'm not saying like cracking jokes. It just, there feels like a goofy energy where you're just kind of like, okay, I don't know. Let me see. I gotta see. Let me pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live. I don't know why. You ever like not see somebody for a long time to the point where you kind of have to remember, are we cool? Are we not cool? It just gives me this vibe where this person is not knowing how to react, because I don't know if they're trying to remember, like, did we squash that? I feel like we squashed that. Like, are we in a place, should I wave? I don't know. So let's see. How would, look at that. As soon as I split the deck, we have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Everything that I just described. There's been a lot of time, it feels like. I don't know. It feels like since you've seen this person, there's been a lot that has happened for you in your life. A lot of growth. This person could still be doing something similar. Not to say that they haven't grown, but this person could still be doing something similar in work to what they were doing back when this situation was, you know, when you guys were together or in each other's lives. Heavier. And maybe I feel like you're doing something totally different, because they seem to be in more of a waiting period for something. Let me see. How would this person, and I keep feeling like I gotta shuffle. So there's some nerves here. How would this person react if they saw pile one again? Like, let's just get to it. Don't play. How would this person react if they saw pile one again? See what I'm saying? We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon. There's that Moon again. How would they react if they saw pile one again? How would they react if they saw pile one again? Let's just be honest. The Lovers, okay. How would they react if they saw pile one again? The Queen of Cups. This person's still attracted to you. How would they react if they saw pile one again? Why the Ace of Pentacles? Why the Ace of Pentacles? Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Devil. The Two of Wands. Tell me more. Why is the moon here? The Page of Wands. This person right here. Why is the Lovers here? The King of Cups. Interesting. So some of you guys might have dated this person at some point in time. The King of Cups. And why the Queen of Cups? Oh yeah. The Empress. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is my thing. We're gonna be very quick about this. So it feels. First of all, starting with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, look at this Magician card. You see how they're just kind of stuck? They're doing their own thing. You can't really read the facial expression. He's pointing down to the ground. It's almost like a get over here type of energy. Let me tell you how this person feels. With this Ace of Pentacles, I feel like seeing you, although there's a shock here, believe it or not, it will be a very pleasant surprise for this person. Whoever this person is, and now that I have this energy of this King of Cups, whoever this is, they still have very fond feelings for you. I'm not sure how you would feel about this person, and just because I'm telling you this doesn't mean you gotta take them back or talk to them. But whoever this is, listen, they would be happy to see you. They would be happy to see you. But the moon is here, okay? There's this confusion on... There's a lot going through this person's mind. I just don't know if their face is telling it. Because with this moon card, and we got this devil down here and this Two of Wands, I feel like seeing you would activate this strong back and forth, back forth. It's going like this in their mind. Like, this is what's happening in their mind. Like, that's how their thoughts are. Because, but the face is straight. Because there's a lot of like, I want to move. I want to go towards them. I'm thinking about going towards them. I'm thinking about speaking. Are they going to speak to me? But this jail cell right here, it gives me a lot of like an obsession that's kind of locked down. A want or a craving that's kind of on lock. And then you got this Two of Wands right here and this Page of Wands that's kind of sideways. It's giving me this energy of like, and I got my hands on top of my head. Have you guys ever watched somebody that's playing basketball and they put their hands in their head because they're breathing heavy? That's the energy. It's like, should I go over there? Should I talk to them? Should I say this? Like, nah, let me look. There's a lot of like, what should I do? How much should I give? How much should I speak? Is this my opportunity? For example, let's say you do go up to them and you say, hi, how are you? You know, what's up? If you speak, there's a lot of like, dang, should I try to get their number? Or like, should I say more to them to kind of like reflect these feelings that I'm feeling? Because whoever this is, I really still think if this is romantic, this person definitely still has feelings for you, for sure. And seeing you, it feels like at the time that they would see you, honey, it would change everything for them. Where this Ten of Swords, it would be activated in the sense of it's in reverse. I don't want to end like this. I want to restart whatever it is that we had going on. I feel like a lot of time has passed, and I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like this person's real big on wanting to reconnect. It's just hard for me to say whether they would make that move to do it because they're so in their head. There's a lot of, I want to watch pile one to see what they're going to do first, okay? It's like, what do they be saying when someone has a mullet? It's like business in the front, party in the back. I'm getting a lot of business on the face, party in the mind. Like, there's a lot of like straight face in it. This person, I feel like, has a hard time with their emotions, but it's crazy because if you did go up to them, I think you would be able to see that they're a lot happier. They would try not to act excited, but they are super excited. Whoever this person is, I don't feel like they wanted to be out of your life. I mean, however y'all disconnected was how y'all disconnected, but with what I'm picking up on, this person has been hoping to reconnect with you. This person definitely wants to be in your life. They want a reconciliation. When they see you with this Empress card, you look beautiful. You look like the one. You look very handsome. You look very put together, very luxury. You look good. Like, that's one thing I will say. When you see this person, you look the frick good, okay? And it would really make this person be like, damn, like, damn, they look better than they did when I was around them. And I feel like there would be a flood of, whether it's at that moment or just after you guys, you know, see each other, there's a flood of thinking about those past moments where you guys did have good times and the energy was mutual. There's a lot of thinking back to that. And it feels like at this point, with however much time has passed between you two, they're able to look back on those kind moments, those good moments where maybe you were trying to be more vulnerable, where you were really serious about connecting with this individual. 8:08 on the clock. They're able to look back at it and appreciate it. I feel like there was a lack of appreciation at some point in this connection where there just seems to be like a lack of maturity, okay? But that's what it's giving. Can you tell me more about how they would feel? Or like, what would they do? Like, what would this person do if they saw pile 1 again? What would they do? What would they do? See? We got the 2 of Swords, the Death card, and then the 7 of Wands, the Perseverance, Gardens. Oh, Gardens. Why can't I talk? We got the King of Wands and the Tower. And when I looked at this, I know it says Perseverance, Gardens, but the way I was looking at it and reading it was like preservation. This person, if you, let me just say this, depending on where you're at right now, this person's like, I don't want to call them the P word, the P-U-S-S-Y word, but they have some of that in their blood. I ain't gonna lie, because there's an intimidation factor here. There's a lot of like, I want to, but with this indecision way, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if they would act on this, especially if you weren't acting on this. Even if you went up to this person and said, hey, how are you? At that moment, I don't think they would even have the balls to be able to really express this and probably step up in the way that they need to. It's all happening in their mind, okay? This person down the line maybe would message you, but like, oh my gosh, like, there's a lot of stiff energy here. I don't know, this person, if they're not, okay, let's say this. Let's say you're seeing this person, because I don't even know, like, some of you guys could be in another relationship. You could have kids. You could maybe be really dressed down or just look really good to this person. And it just feels like they're just letting you kind of slip away. It feels, okay, now we're getting back into that immature type of energy where I don't know if their actions, if they would be able to really act on it, because their pride is so intact. Once I asked, like, what are they going to do? Their pride is so intact. And this is where we get that goofy energy of, like I said, you have business in the face, business going on face-wise, party on the inside of their mind. But they're not displaying that. Instead, I feel like they could be very, like, I don't even want to say standoffish, but just very, like, you know, regular, trying to show out, like, trying to be like, what's up, trying to play it cool. But there's a lot happening on the inside. And with that Tower card, I'm just getting a lot of like dropping the ball. And it could be because of the fact that it's so unexpected. I could see this person kind of regretting how they handled the situation, or like the lack of movement they take towards the opportunity that's presented to them. It just feels very blah, if I'm being honest. There are some changes here that they would be able to see. And I don't know, maybe, you know what's crazy? Let's say if you did talk to this person, or if they saw you from a distance, there's something very intimidating about you that has changed, whether it's how you look. Like, I don't know, you ever see somebody, like, maybe they didn't have a beard when you last saw them, but they have a beard. Or maybe they didn't have kids, but they're walking around with kids. Or I don't know, there's something about you that they could see has changed. It could even be just your energy, and it is intimidating to this person. And it's gonna play a part in, one, either this person not coming up to you, Or if, you know, by chance you did come up to them, because that's the only way I could see this going a certain way, is if you approach them. It's like they're still intimidated. We're moving on, because it's giving me BITCH vibes. It really is. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. It just feels very like, I don't know. I don't want to say fake, but there's a lot going on the inside. See, like, as soon as I split the deck, we have deception and true love. Ew, like, what's going on here? Okay. Can you tell me more about what's happening here? Status quo, stuck energy. It's just weird. That's why I got that goofy vibe. When I said goofy, I wasn't getting like they're ha 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 goofy making jokes. It just feels like goofy behavior, corny behavior. Okay, what would they do if they saw pile 1 again? Like, it's making me roll my eyes. I'm just gonna be honest. What would they do if they saw pile 1 again? We have professional assistance. So again, that business type of place. Okay, that business phase, sacred temple. And then we have new supportive connections. This isn't really telling me anything. I don't know why I went to this deck. We also have decrease and we have fear. I feel like this is just giving me exactly what I just told you guys. I mean, you read these how you would like to. It just feels very like, I don't know what you guys are doing in your life right now, but it feels very intimidating to this person. I think when you come around this person, the type of effect that you have, you can see that you've leveled up. Maybe they watch you on social media and they already know that you've been leveling up, but it's different to know that someone's been leveling up and then to see them in person. There's just this energy of just knowing that you have gained some type of access to this new level, to this new point in life that makes them feel very inadequate with this decrease in this fear at the bottom of the deck. I'm not gonna lie, something about your energy to this person, to them, will come off as, you ever meet somebody and you're just like, well, maybe not you, but, well, let me say it like this. Let's say this. You ever met somebody, you're happy to see them, you're like, hey, what's up? But then like when you talk to them, you're like, damn, like you are still, like you have still not changed. Like it just makes you, I don't know, there's sometimes I talk to people or I'll see them like when I go back home and it just make me be like, yeah, I'm so glad I don't live back home anymore. It's like everybody's stuck in this vortex of like why aren't you progressing? There's just something that feels very brand new about you, very elevated, and it makes this person feel like, dang, they've leveled up so much to them, to the point where it doesn't even make sense for me to even try them. I don't know, it's very weird. This person's very insecure when it comes to you. And it would be really turned on with all these feelings. It would be very turned on once they saw you. And that might be something that you know about this person. You might not have been able to pinpoint it before, but you could have kind of figured like, oh, I figured they were kind of insecure because of how they kind of moved in the past. Yeah, girl. Let's get some more about how they would feel. How would they feel? Let's just wrap it up. Wild card. It just, going back to what I said about this is their thoughts, it just feels all over the place. It would shock them, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing you would shock the hell out of them. But there's a lot of like, honey, this person still has feelings for you. We have passion. I don't think I've ever seen that card. Yeah, if y'all used to have moments together, that would be running through their mind. And this doesn't have to be right at that second, but it's a rush. They get a rush, but they don't express it physically. It's just like they might smirk a little bit so you might kind of see, but they know how to keep it mute. This moon energy, they know how to like lead with this moon energy. And look, we have boundaries. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot is going on within, but on the outside, very kind of stiff. But honey, let me tell you, once they left, let me ask about that. What about like once they were out of each other's presence? How would they feel? Like what would be the aftermath of like, how would they feel after seeing what was I about to say? After seeing pile 1, we have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands. I feel like they would just not, they just don't feel like they feel good. Although it's like a pleasant surprise to see you, I don't know why it's coming through like it's a smack in the face. I just keep hearing them say like, wow, I ain't shit. Like, and I'm not saying that they're not shit. They just feel inadequate. Look at this. The Ten of Cups is in reverse, but the Ten of Wands is upright. Something about seeing you would actually blow, it will blow up the spot for them. And what I mean by that is if this has been someone that's been actively wanting to see you again, because I don't think the feelings ever left. I actually think they grew stronger once y'all kind of separated, but once they see you, I don't know, there's something about you that just makes them feel, and I mean, you could already be in a relationship, so you're off limits, but I don't know, it's something about your energy and just what you're coming through as that after they see you, they would just feel like burdened by having seen you. Because I feel like it makes them reflect on where they dropped the ball. It makes them think about how they're not progressing in their life. Like, you guys seem to be at 2 different levels. And it doesn't even feel like you guys are trying to judge this person, but you just pop in the room and it makes this person feel some type of way about where they are in life. It makes them question, like, have I been doing enough? Like, they feel very inadequate. And with that Ten of Cups, it kind of busts the bubble. Like, it brings them back to reality. This person has a hard time rooting themselves in reality. And I feel like that could have been some of the issues or what caused some of the issues in this connection. So that's what I'm seeing for this group. And I'm going to leave it right there because they're getting on my nerves. So yes, pile 1, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates. And I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Ooh, oh wait, pile 2. Okay, this feels a little bit more vibrant, colorful. So I like to customize each pile, see kind of what I'm picking up on. So first of all, I mean, we just got to get it out the way. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Even though the feelings don't feel super harsh here, there's a level of like unconditional love. Stay with me, okay? Or this is how you thought you felt about this person at some point in time. I feel like there was a lot of feelings for this person back in the day, in your most recent past with this individual, because we are asking about possibly someone that you haven't seen in a long time. There were a lot of feelings here, okay? Ooh, we're gonna talk about it. But there could have been an interference in this connection that led to some type of separation. It could have been a third-party situation. Some of you guys, you know, you could have felt like this person kind of led you on. But there was a heavy connection here that was very complicated. But there's a lot of feelings that were there. And I'm not going to lie, there could even still be some very confusing feelings that you still have for this person. I'm sorry, I'm watching Udi. It's interesting, so let me just talk about it. First of all, I was like, just give me some situations. Well, first of all, let's talk about this person. This person is described, we have the letter A here. Name could start with the letter A. Your name could start with the letter A. This could represent their energy or maybe even your energy. I asked about them. We have the number 29. So let's say if there was a third party situation, you could have had this person in a third party situation. Like if this is another female, like this could have been another female in your dynamic where you had them in another situation, or they were one of the options, because there's an interference in some type of way. There is a lover boy, lover girl type of energy here. This person could be a Libra. Not gonna lie, there could have been, I don't want to even say the word love bombing. It doesn't feel like love bombing. It just feels like a very seductive. This person is very seductive, very charming. It's an energy that pulls you in to want to flirt, to maybe even want to move a little bit faster. There's a level of comfort here. And like I said, this might not have been what you left off with. You know what's crazy? I'm getting 2 different energies here where I could see whoever's watching this, like let's say there was 2 people, okay, that were in this connection regardless of the interference. I could see, like, let's just say by chance they both watched this video. I could see both of them choosing this pile and then having to put their energy where they need to, because I see there's one person here who might have got done wrong, and there's someone here that could have done the wrongdoing. But there's a lot of feelings here, okay? Like, there's a lot of like, damn, okay? There was a strong connection here, very spiritual connection, lusty, romance. There was a lot of that. That's what it feels like. This person could like to read. They could like roses. There's either like an energy of this person being, they're either super romantic or like lover boy energy, or like, yeah, like I said, lover girl energy. The number 29 is here. Someone could be 29 or be about to be 29. There's a very like fantasizing energy here. There could have been a distance between you and this person that led to some issues or led to this allure, you know, because sometimes the distance can just, it creates room for fantasy. Someone here is a they could also be a Taurus too. There's a lot of like foodie energy that I'm getting. I'm getting super hungry. It could just be me though, you know, just being fat. But yeah, another thing. I could see you guys possibly seeing this person if you were to travel to a very popular area, such as like a location where a lot of people go to have events, like Kentucky Derby, like maybe out in Louisville, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, or if you went to Las Vegas. I don't know, this person could live in like a hub type of location, or there's something about you guys would bump into each other. It feels like you would bump into this person at their location. They could live in one of the hubs, but I'm getting a lot of that, okay, for some of you. But anyway, before we get into how would they react if they saw you again, real quick, just to pinpoint this, when I asked about some of the situations around the past, yeah, girl. So let's start with this spine, like how you felt about them first. Let's talk about how you felt. What has came through with the cards is the word spying, or we have the card spying, finances, complicated, solitude, nostalgia, twin flame, and dating and romance. This could have been someone that you spied on a lot, or you felt like you had to kind of really keep your eye on them because of however you guys' connection was. You kind of always had to watch them. They could have had a wandering eye. You could have had a wandering eye. But it just feels like you always had to kind of keep your eye on this person. This could have even been someone that you just like to keep your eye on, keep tabs on. With finances, not gonna lie, I feel like some of you guys might have been trying to impress this person. This could have been someone that you did spend money on, or you did find yourself trying to impress them by means of money, or you could have just been that comfortable with this person to spend money on them. Like you wanted to spend money on them. You didn't have a problem giving them money. There was a level of trust here, okay? Even if you regret that now, it feels like there was some level of giving, being financially invested in this person. We also have complicated. This was one of those situations where you felt it deep to your core, but other people around you might not have really agreed with it. They might have felt like, why are you guys talking to each other? You guys live at a distance, or they're a little flaky. Like other people might have saw red flags this person, but you were able to look past that. This could have been, like I said, a long distance connection, but there were complications here. There were some things that just didn't make sense, didn't line up. And it could have led to a lot of solitude type of moments where you guys kind of went without talking for a while, or went without seeing each other for a while. This person could be somewhat of a loner. You might even felt kind of alone in this connection, even though there was so much energy. There's a lot of spiritual energy here. Some of you guys may have noticed, but we actually have two cards in two different decks that say twin flame, if you believe in that. There's just a lot of mirroring here, a lot of strong connection, but everybody knows that twin flame connections are not easy, okay? There's a lot of learning lessons. There's a lot of triggering. I can see where that has happened here. And it's crazy because I'm picking up on that drama, but I'm also picking up on this unconditional love, okay? But it doesn't mean that you're like on good terms with this person now, because we're looking into the past. I also see dating and romance. So I do feel like this is someone that you guys more than likely dated, liked, were romantically attracted to. And whoever this is, regardless, I feel like there's a very nostalgic type of vibe when it comes to this person. There's a lot of nostalgia here. There could be a lot of memories between you two, or just whenever you guys were involved in each other's lives more heavily. It's just, there's something very nostalgic about it, okay? Regardless of the terms that you guys are on. Now, when I asked about the situations that happen, we have drastic, we got a black card here, extreme, harsh cutoff. We have soulmate, similar, friendship, romantic partner. We have desire, lust, sexual chemistry. We have receipts, which say proof, show me, okay? We have verge, about to reveal and confess with a teapot. We have the word twin flames, the one, mirrored souls, pledged, bounty hunter, chaser, hot pursuit. We also have threatened, embarrassed appearances. And this just tells me the complications that this situation went through, in my opinion. So first of all, when we talk about situations, I do feel like you guys could have been on and off with this extreme harsh cutoff. Some of you guys have ended it with this person, but you know, they still float in your energy. I can see that as well. But it was extreme. It was harsh. There was some shit that happened. There was some shit that took place. And it could have weighed heavily on this connection, caused one of you guys to feel embarrassed, or even both parties to feel embarrassed about the part that they played, or just what happened in this connection, whether you were on the, I don't know, what would it be called, the antagonist or the protagonist? I don't know. There were some secrets here, okay? Some receipts. This could have ended by finding out the truth, like finding out this person was talking to someone else, or maybe your dirty laundry was aired out. Somebody's dirty laundry was aired out here, and I do feel like it did involve another person, another party, just finding out that someone was not as loyal, because we have this lipstick here, and it just got messy. I also feel like there was a lot of like having to ask this person to prove themselves or share how they feel, or this person that you're asking about could have asked that from you, where it's like, I want you to show me, I want you to prove it to me. And there was a lot of like having to reveal how you felt. I do feel like both parties, regardless of what happened here, found themselves divulging information to each other that they probably wouldn't have shared with other people, to where it led to that interesting depth that just made you think like, who is this person? Like, why do I feel so comfortable with them? Why do I feel so comfortable, even though there's like some red flags here? Why do I feel like I can tell them anything? I do feel like both parties, you and this person, shared information where you're like, dang, I ain't never tell nobody that. Like, you know, I'm telling them a lot of stuff. You just felt comfortable. I see a lot of long messages. And then there is like a chaser runner dynamic. One person might have put in a lot more work than the other individual. Something definitely happened here though, where I feel like it left both parties embarrassed. Yeah, whether it was because one person felt like, I don't know, because you could be on the end of you were the cheater, if we want to take it that way, just as an example, or you were the one playing games, viewers, or you were the one that got played. I'm just seeing a lot of clown behavior on both ends, whether one person feels like, dang, I was doing too much, I put in too much work into this person and it was just not worth it, or whether it's like, I didn't put enough work in, I got caught doing some shit that I ain't have no business doing. But that soulmate card and that twin flame card, they ring heavy and they're right up under each other. So whoever this person is, or let me just say this, because you guys' energy is very combined. There's a lot of energy here. I might even ask how this person currently is feeling about you, to be honest. But there's a strong friendship, romantic partnership here, a lot of similarities, but you guys could be at odds right now. This could be someone, I don't know, where you're like, I'm not fucking with them no more. Like, this is great and I know it, P, but we're at a place where I probably will never let this person come back into my life. But you cannot deny that there's a spiritual connection here. I feel like you guys are still spiritually connected, still can connect with each other on the spiritual plane. Energies are still tied in together regardless of where you guys are at right now in life. So that's just kind of some background information I was picking up on. Now we're going to get into how would they react if they saw you again, and then I might kind of pull some custom messages because I'm curious to how this person feels about you. But we'll see, girl, because I don't want to do too much or promise too much, okay? Don't want to do that. But yeah, so I will be right back after I choose you guys' deck. And yeah, yo, I'm hungry, you guys. I want like a big bowl of Cheerios with some honey on top. Yeah, I'm about to head to the store. But let's tap in. Pile 2's person. Let's look at the present, okay? Let's just look at the present. I don't know. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Pile 2's person. Part of me is like, don't use this dice, but I'm gonna roll it anyway. Pile 2's person. Just how would they feel if they saw Pile 2 again? The first house. This person is very attracted to you. I think they would actually be wanting to kind of show off how they look. I feel like both of you guys are very attractive. This person is going to be very attracted to you. There's a lot of energy here. We have that main Aries energy coming through. The tension is pretty thick here. I'm getting like, it's a little different than Pile 1. It's like a confident rush. This person is very attracted to you. There's a lot of sexual energy here, but let's see. Ooh, yeah. Why did I just split the deck? I mean, we have the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, but I don't know what's going to come out yet. So let's see. How does Pile 2, if Pile 2's person was to run into Pile 2, if Pile 2's person was to run into Pile 2, how would they feel? How would they feel? I feel like you guys would run into this person at a bar. This person could be under the influence. How would this person feel if they ran into Pile 2? How would this person feel if they ran into Pile 2? Ooh. How would this person feel if they ran into Pile 2? How would this person feel if they ran into Pile 2? How would this person feel? I don't know why I feel like you kind of would catch this person. I knew it. I felt like there's a show off energy here, okay? Just a tad bit. Not necessarily in a bad way, but let's say if y'all was both acting like y'all didn't see each other, even though y'all know y'all saw each other, there's just a lot of like putting on, like if this is a masculine, like I see them puffing their chest out, you know, being in a confident place, like smiling, flashing a smile. Like, you know, when you know somebody saw you and you know you look good right now and they look good, but you're like, I've done this before, where you start smiling and talking to your friends, having a great time, but you know they see you. Like, you know they see you, but you also know you look good. So you're really putting it on thick. I see this person feeling like that. 9 of Cups. We have this 4 of Wands in reverse. I'm gonna like, hold on. You know what's crazy? Oh, y'all both getting on my nerves. Let me tell you something about this. There's pride coming into this, and I'm getting both of you guys. There's a mirrored energy here where I can see both of you guys being in this energy. So that's how I'm gonna read it, where it's like both parties feeling good, looking good. Y'all keep kind of doing that side eye, trying to see the other person, but you know, everybody's playing their part. Like, I just see, like, whatever I say this person's doing, so I don't get confused, just know I can see you doing that too. Like, I see them, like, if they're with their boys, like, you know, just having a good time, putting on, you know, being those ninjas. Like, they're just vibing. They're, you know, I don't know. They're just very confident. I see you being very confident. This lets me know that if you saw this person, both of y'all would be looking good. Like, you look good, they look good, both parties look good, but this is the thing with that 4 of Wands. There's a little bit of a stiff energy here where I'm getting this scenario of like, you know, when you kind of get that rush, but then you're reminded of like what happened. So then you're like, well, I ain't going up to them. or, you know, I'm not gonna say something. I feel like both of you guys will kind of be in that stubborn energy. This lets me know that I don't think whoever this is, I don't think you guys left on the best terms. But we're gonna keep pulling. Okay, how would Pao 2's person feel if they saw Pao 2? How would Pao 2's person feel if they saw Pao 2? How would they feel? The Queen of Swords. How would they feel? There's a lot of, ooh, the Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, there's a lot of like watching you. There's a lot of watching you, trying to read you, trying to, this is giving me real big, like I come in strong. I look good. I'm confident in myself, but I'm also kind of peeping you. I'm trying to see like what's going on with you. But it's crazy because if that's how they're feeling, I feel like you're also feeling the same way. There is a little bit of a defense up, okay, or like a certain wall here with this Queen of Swords. That to me is giving this energy of like, I don't know, it's like I'm watching you, but I'm not letting you know that I am basically like wanting to come up to you. Like I'm in my own world, like I'm doing me. There's just this energy of like, I'm not pressed to come up to you. I'm kind of just in this showy energy of I just want to do me. I'm kind of being a little bit stoic when it comes to you, like giving you any energy, but just the energy that I'm giving, period, is very lively. It's very, I'm confident, I'm vibing, like I'm the shit type energy. And then we got this Ten of Cups. But on the inside, y'all, something else. There's like this attraction. There's just like this, damn, like she look good, he look good, like they look good. I'm hoping they seeing me, you know, because I'm seeing them. And I feel like if either one of you guys did not come up to each other, which I don't feel like y'all would probably do, there's gonna be like, let's say this, okay, let's say y'all both go, we're just gonna make up a scenario. So there's like this 3-level bar, okay? For whatever reason, you end up seeing this person at the bar. You're on the first level, y'all see each other. Y'all know y'all saw each other, but y'all are in that energy that I just described where, you know, you get that rush. You're vibing with friends because you just got that energy rush. You're not really trying to pay attention to them, but you see them. You might even have your friend kind of look for you, but in a very subtle way. You guys know how to watch without making it seem like you're thirsty. And that's how this person is. So everybody's, you know, putting on, acting up, as in like, you know, kind of showing off, but not. It's like you guys aren't directly showing off in front of each other, but you guys are showing off for each other, okay? But you're not making it known. Like no one else would probably know that you guys know each other or are like putting on for each other. It just feels like y'all are vibing, y'all are confident in your own energy. But let's say this. So there's this tit for tat energy bouncing around, but y'all would know y'all doing this. I hope this is making sense. This makes so much sense to me. But let's say you guys, like let's say one of your friends, they're like, hey, let's go upstairs. You kind of don't want to go upstairs because you're liking that kind of back and forth energy. But like you said, you know, and like I said, you're confident right now. So you're like, bet. Because at the end of the day, the deed is already done. They saw you. They saw you looking good because that's what you needed. You needed them to see you looking good. You needed them to see you in your energy, and you're not pressed, at least not pressed enough to go up to this person. And that could be based off of whatever has happened, and they could feel the same way. But let's say, I'm just putting y'all in the upper hand. I'm giving y'all the upper hand right now. So let's say y'all go upstairs. And you know, this other person, you know, whoever I'm talking about, who's still on the first level while you're on like the second or third level, once they turn around, you know, or like they do that glimpse that they've been doing, they don't see you no more. They don't see you. And if someone was really paying attention, they would see this person kind of looking around, looking for you, but they're still trying to like play it cool, like laugh with their friends. But really, they're disappointed because you're not in their view no more. They're wondering, where are you? Where did she go? Am I going to see her? Like, what's going on? So they would, like, if you left their sight, they would feel some type of way about that. And it's like that wanting to know more. Where did you go? But I feel like even to you guys, once you go on the second level or third level, like, yeah, you're having fun and you kind of got that, you know, that rush. And it just depends on like how you feel about this person at this point. But I feel like you guys would also wonder, like, okay, are they gonna come up here or am I gonna see them again? It's just a lot of that hard to get energy. But for some of you guys, I ain't gonna lie, especially if drinks are flowing, by the end of the night, if someone didn't make a move, there would be one of y'all will end up trying to go up to the other person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing somebody want to have a nightcap. I'm seeing that, girl. I'm not saying that y'all would do it or they would do it. It just, there's a lot of sexual tension here. It feels like there's drinks flowing. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of that. But anyway, that's the scenario that I'm seeing. So, damn. This person has fantasized about running into you before already, okay? There could be a long-standing silence between you guys right now. No contact situation, who knows? But let's see, how would they feel if they saw Pile 2? How would this person feel if they saw Pile 2? The Magician. See, that gives me that I'm putting on. I'm I'm pulling out all my tricks, but it's not necessarily to you. It's just in the environment that you guys are in. This person wants you to see them in the best light. They're having fun. I'm seeing a lot of that, okay? This makes me think of like a bartender, but you know how like a bartender, like when they're super confident and they have like, you know, they can do the most with the drinks. They're doing stuff to get in and pull the attention. This person is going to be very magnetic when you see them, and they're going to play off that energy, okay? I also feel like something about coming around you gives them a boost, okay? You guys feed off of each other's energy a lot. Like whoever this person is, they definitely feed off your energy for sure. And I feel like it's both of you guys, okay? What would they do? Let's see, what would they do though? Like what would they do? What would this person do if they saw Pile 2 again? Like what would be their actions? What would they do? The Lovers, yeah. What would they do? The Tower. What would they do? Oh, Lord. What would they do? The Ace of Swords. This person, someone would cause y'all to come back together. As in, like, to talk. I see a conversation happening here. I see a coming by, what's up? There's something unexpected where it's like, I knew I saw y'all. Y'all obviously saw each other. But wasn't sure if the other person was going to come up to the other person. By the end of the night, going back to that situation that I just described, just to keep us on track, this person, or maybe one of their buddies, one of their friends, someone would set this up to where you two would have no choice but to talk to each other. Even if this person, y'all like to play mind games, okay? Because if this person, let me tell y'all, let's say if this person just did not say nothing to you, okay? But by the end of the night, you're like, okay, like, you want to play it like that? All right. Well, now, you know, because I ain't get my full fix, I'm about to go up to them. Like, let's say the bar is closing. I can see this person coming up to you, or even you going up to them, whoever, one of y'all, and being like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? And then, oh my God, I didn't even see you. Like, it would either be like that, someone trying to play like they didn't see them, or it would be like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's just me. I've done that before. Like, you know that like, it's like that mug, but it's like a smile, like a, I just don't like you, like type of energy, but you know, you do like them. Well, yeah, like I can see them where y'all doing that. And then it could be just as quick as they came, they left. And it leaves this lingering energy that I'm not gonna lie, that I feel like, if y'all are like, you know, well, I mean, not that it matters, I guess, for some of y'all, if y'all in a relationship, I ain't gonna lie, I could see y'all linking up with this person by the end of the night and having sex. I'm not gonna lie, I could see it for some of you guys. I'm not calling you easy, but I could just see there's so much tension here. I don't think this would end just as soon as y'all got out of each other's, like, presence. Like, no, I think it would lead to something afterwards, like, that would not be the last of that. That's how that feels. It would not be that would not be the last of that. I feel that very heavily. I'm trying to see what I want to do next. Okay, let me see. I'll go to this deck. Yeah, the King of Wands at the bottom of this deck. This person is very sexually attracted to you. And then as soon as I open this one, we have the Knight of Wands. So we got the King of Wands right here, and we have the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of tension here. There's a lot of tension here. This could be a dangerous situation. Especially if you are like, regardless of whether you wanted to run into this person by chance, you know, because everybody gets curious. Who knows? You might not have wanted it to go any further. I don't know, because someone here could be bad news, or, you know, you ain't really forgave them for whatever happened. But honey, there's too much tension here. There's too much tension here. Yeah. Okay. How does this person currently feel about pile 2? What are this person's current feelings for pile 2? How does this person currently feel about pile 2? The Six of Pentacles. How funny. How does this person currently feel about pile 2? We have the Two of Wands in reverse. We have the Hangman. It kind of just fell out. How does this person feel about pile 2? How does this person currently feel about pile 2? Some of you guys have this person blocked. Yeah, with the Hermit card. That's funny. Something happened here outside of this energy. Like if y'all was to see each other, I feel like that's a fantasy, I'm telling you. But as far as current energy outside of this fantasy type of scenario that I just picked up on, and if you guys saw each other with the current energy right now, I feel like there's a lot that's not being said. This person could actually be very confused about you. I mean, we already talked about the feelings. I'm not going to take away from that. But it feels like there could be some blocked communication. This person just feels like they want to talk to you. I definitely feel like whatever happened between you guys, this person has been forced to reflect on it, okay? I feel like both parties, both of you guys learned some lessons here, had to reflect on this situation. Whatever happened between you guys could have also been somewhat of a setback. If you did play this person, I do feel like this person could feel like you lead people on and you were kind of like a dead end, not gonna lie. And there could be some stiff energy there, like some hard feelings. I wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, there's still also romantic feelings that I already felt. But if something did happen between you guys, that is kind of overshadowing. Like this person knows how to kind of like, I don't know, put up that wall, kind of, it feels like. But let me see. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Ugh, the Devil card. I feel like if this person could, I don't want to get too far into like their intentions or whether they should be trusted. But I feel like if this person could bring you back into their dynamic, they would. This person, I do feel like there's an obsession here. I think you guys are still connected energetically. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if there is a third party situation, I could see this person, if they with somebody, it doesn't matter. I feel like they would, if they could, they would bring you back into the dynamic. They would bring you back into their grasp. I know, ew, but like, you know what I just heard? You ever seen Casper where he was like, can I keep you? He basically said, can I keep you? But he whispered it. I can see this person, that's the type of energy that they're giving me. Why is this Two of Wands in reverse? Why is this Two of Wands in reverse? The Queen of Wands. There's a lot of like suppressed energy here, and I feel like it's because of whatever dynamic you guys have. Remind you, okay, we're taking a step out of like what I just told you guys about if they saw you again, and looking at currently how they're feeling about you. Still very attracted to you. Still a strong, I want to say, obsession, draw, temptation around you. But whatever's going on in their life now, they have to kind of ground themselves and temper out those emotions. They could even be giving to other people right now, have other people in their life, and you know, vice versa. But I do feel like they have not forgot about you, and they have not necessarily stopped thinking about you, even if it's not in the most positive of ways. There's still an attraction here, and it's undeniable. But I feel like there is also, with this Two of Wands being reversed, this energy of like, we've hit a dead end. Yes, you're attractive. Yes, I had something for you. But something happened here where I feel like it kind of puts things on pause, or there's just this understanding of, I can't go back to that right now. Like something happened here. Something did. That's what I'm picking up on. Why is this Hangman here? How are they feeling about pile 2? How is this person feeling about pile 2? Let's get 2 more. Page of Pentacles in reverse. How are they feeling about pile 2? And the Ten of Pentacles. There's feelings here. I feel like this person actually still wants you to be in their life. There's someone in this dynamic that's still, well, we're asking about their feelings. I feel like this person saw you as someone where things were going to be long term. Things just did not get off the ground here, okay? Depending on what their situation is, I can see this person, there is a want to still want you in their life, but there is there's some other stuff that's like blocking this, whether it be just the situation where it's like, yeah, I would have loved for you to be in my life long term, but you fuck shit up, or I fuck shit up, or whatever the case may be. There was something here, and it almost feels like I'm getting them wanting to talk about that, but it's like there's no point because they won't even talk to me. Some of you guys definitely have this person blocked for sure. Or you could be in another connection, but they definitely see the potential in you. And I definitely, yeah, I don't even know, but they're still kind of in a player-ish energy. I don't know. Let's see, how do they feel towards pile 2? How does this person feel towards pile 2? We have shadows. That's giving me suppressed. We also have dialogue. That's giving me, I want to talk to you. Some of you guys, this person may reach out during Halloween. They might try to make an appearance. We also have date. Yeah, I feel like if they could right now be around you, they would. But I also feel like there could have been too much that happened between you guys to where it's like, yes, that's wishful thinking, but where would that actually take us? Like, you know, when you want something, but you're not sure if you're going to be able to follow through. I don't know. This lets me know I really feel like some of y'all got them blocked. So I think they would be surprised if they even got to talk to you at this point. And they wouldn't really know what to do after that, or vice versa. What is some other messages here to kind of help us bring this back in? What would they say? Or just some more insight onto like what is going on here when it comes to pile 2. I couldn't be the person you wanted, Jenny. Letting go was so painful. We were too young. I need to move on, but we still have unfinished business. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted. One more. And we have our relationship was so darn complex. You telling me, huh? You telling me, honey. I see that all over you. So, yes, there's still energy here, but it does feel like you guys have went into opposite directions. But I do feel if y'all were to see each other again, who's to say if it would actually happen? I think it would definitely spark some curiosity, and God forbid both parties was single. I mean, one of y'all probably don't even give a fuck if y'all was single, but I don't know, it will really heat some things up. So if you are trying to move on from this person for real and you were just curious, girl, it might be best that you don't see this person. Not right now. I don't know, the energy is too heavy. You hear my phone? Yeah, the energy is a little too much. It's very, draw you in. So yes, pile 2, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comment. All right, pile 3, those that chose the Empress card. I have to be honest, and you guys, what I'm about to say may or may not resonate. Let me just tell you what we're doing. Before we get into how this person is gonna feel if you guys ran into each other again unexpectedly, I wanted to tap into some background information for each pile. I've been customizing it based off of my feeling, and I just want to walk you through my emotions because this may resonate for some of you guys. This could be my energy, I'm not really sure. But I got hella irritated. Like, I'm annoyed. Going into this, I'm super annoyed. And it's not with you guys. I just feel annoyed. I'm just like, okay. But it's crazy because I'm like, are these two beefing? Some of you guys, it's hard for me to pinpoint because I feel like some of you guys, the person that you're asking about, you could have been in a really long or just deep relationship with this person. This person could have been someone you were married to, in a formal relationship with, someone that you have a lot of history with, someone who you made plans with. And you know what I mean? Like, that can go in the, would it be familial? Is that a word? Like, that could be a family member. That could be a friend, you know what I mean? Or that could be a past lover. You get what I'm saying? When I go into that energy about just the dynamic here, I feel like whoever this is, at a point in time, we have this 10-10 here. At a point in time, y'all vibed, y'all meshed. I feel like y'all lives were very in tune with each other. So like, I'm telling you, this could either be like a past relationship, someone that you have a lot of history with, someone where y'all were really good friends, could have been a best friend, could even be like a close family member, someone that you like, you know, they were a part of your life, okay? But there's this energy of like annoyance for some of you guys. So some of you guys, I'm not gonna lie, you're annoyed with this person, but you're curious about them. For others of you, there could have been something that happened in the past that really just kind of messed with the loyalty between you two. Something happened here. This other individual, whether it be you or them, one of you guys went through something, whether it be something was done to each other or done by one person, or maybe you had a best friend who went through some type of loss, and maybe they distanced themselves from you. Maybe they went through a breakup and they distanced themselves from you, or maybe you went through a loss and you distanced yourself from a lot of people. And, you know, there was just this lack of understanding. I'm almost getting this energy because I just homed in on a specific situation. I'm almost getting for some of you guys that something here was not handled in the way that you feel like it should have been handled, being the dynamic that you guys had, okay? Either you feel like that or this other person could feel like that. It just feels like, for example, you ever have a close friend, and because that's your best friend, and because of the loyalty that you have for that person, 333 on the clock, because of the things that you do for them, you would just expect them to match that same energy. And you know, of course, we got to be careful with that, but that's because that's your best friend. That's your ride or die. You would expect that. So when something major happens, you're just like, if they're not supporting you, if they're not there in the same way or in a similar way, you're just like, wow, this is very revealing. Or like, because I'm literally getting a specific situation and it's crazy. But I don't want to tell my one friend's business, so I'll use myself. I'm sure she wouldn't mind, but I don't even want to, you know, go into that, because this may be triggering for some of you guys. But like, okay, like when I went through my period of like my essay incident, you know, think of a traumatic incident or just something that could be very painful, and think about the people that were there for you and the people that you thought were going to be there, but they weren't. Like how things just fell short, how it's just like, dang, like I thought we was like, you know what I'm saying? You just find out who people are made of, whether it's, me and my friend were just talking about this, and she literally just said this, whether like what type of cloth they're cut from, or are they made from like some dingy ass tissue, like it's not even giving Kleenex, or what's the other one that's kind of strong, Puffs, it's like some off brand, it's very thin, it's very fragile. That's for some of you guys. But this person could be, I mean, when I asked about who this is, I got the 10 of Pentacles, I got the 10 of Cups, and like I said, that is giving me someone that was very involved in your life. I don't feel like necessarily calling out the signs. I mean, but this is, who the hell is this? While I'm over here talking all this stuff, Virgo energy, and this is also Pisces energy. So that could resonate, but I don't really feel called to like call out the signs. When I asked about like what was the past energy between you two, this is someone that I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles, like I said, that's giving me we were going to build together. We were supposed to like have this dynamic where we're ride or die. We got this situation going. You're my friend, you're my ace boon coon, you're my left hand, right hand. You're my man, you're my woman, you're my wife, you're my husband. It gives that. With this Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, I feel like whoever this is, I'm sorry, this Six of Cups and the Six of Swords, this is someone that played a very transitional, I don't want to say it. They were very transitional in your life, okay? Something happened here though. And it really kind of opened the eyes of one of you or both of you, where the foundation just was like, you're like, wow, okay? Because I see this Three of Swords here. And before this Three of Swords came out, I did see the Nine of Swords, but it came out too quick, so I put it back. So to have this Queen of Swords and this Three of Swords next to each other, let me just start from the top. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Something within this might have turned some of you guys cold when it comes to certain connections, because the loyalty, or just like, it was painful in a way. Like, it's just one of those things that changes you, that kind of makes you kind of a little bit bitter. It makes you really question people's loyalty, who they are. And you know, it really makes you, once you get past the pain, up your standards with this Empress card. I feel like a lot of you guys are at a place where you just don't let people, certain people into your life, and you just don't let certain people play with you, okay? I feel like there was a lot of outgrowing. It does seem like you guys did try to rekindle this at some point in time because of the history, but then someone had to turn into this Queen of Swords because of the Three of Swords. Someone had to turn into this Queen of Swords type of person and set boundaries, and just, you know, instead of being heartfelt, they had to come from a place of logic because of the pain that was caused in this connection. Whatever that was, I do feel like there was some type of loyalty or something that just was like, I got to keep my boundaries with you. Like, even if some of y'all don't have hard feelings. When I asked about how you guys feel about them now, I did get the Four of Cups. I did get the Nine of Cups, and I got the Two of Swords. It's interesting because this to me is reading, and I'm going to see what happens, you know, once we go into the how would you feel if you saw them again. I feel like there's still care here, but there's like an indifferent type of feeling where it's like, yeah, I acknowledge the past that we had. Some of you guys might feel like, no, I don't really got no hard feelings, I'm just kind of past the situation. This Nine of Cups is coming through as not wish fulfillment in the sense of presently. It more so comes through as maybe you guys thought this person was meant to be on your journey, and now you're at a place where you're just like, yeah, I'm starting to see that we really didn't have to continue. I don't know. I'm getting mixed feelings. Some of you guys are just, this Nine of Cups represents your energy. I'm getting that, like, I can do battle by myself. But then, you know, depending on what side you fall on, some of you guys might want to reconnect with this person. There is a block situation here, or like some type of distance here. And I don't know. Four of Cups can be unbothered, but it could also be like, I don't know. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm getting mixed emotions, and I just want to tap in. With this energy, I just feel like tapping in. I don't even feel like pausing to reset. Okay. So let's see. If this person saw, if pile 3 saw, oh shoot. Hold on, I gotta get myself together because I almost said pile 1 for whatever reason. If pile 3 was to see this person, how would this person react? How would this person react if they were to see? Oh, wow. Yeah, there's just different views here. I just saw the Seven of Wands, but give me a second. I'm dropping shit. Like, why did that song just come to me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did that song just come to me though? Okay, we might have some mixed messages in here, so let's just see. How would pile 3's person react if they saw pile 3? How would this person react if they saw pile 3? How would this person react if they saw pile 3? We got the Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. There's definitely history here. How would this person react if they saw pile 3? How would this person react if they saw pile 3? I don't know. I'm picking up on a little bit of animosity. I don't know. Is somebody avoiding this person? Like, I'm picking up on an energy of maybe one of you guys wants to reconnect, or there's this feeling of wanting to reconnect. But there's also this vibe of like, I have something to say, okay? There's this weird energy with this pile. Let me see. How would this person react, or like how would they feel if they saw pile 3 again today? How would this person feel if they saw pile 3? We have the Lovers. Why is there beef here though? How would they feel if they saw pile 3? The Four of Pentacles. How would they feel if they saw pile 3? How would this person feel if they saw pile 3? And we have the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. Top of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Okay. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Why is the Knight of Swords here? The Seven of Pentacles. This, okay, girl. And this Eight of Cups, I'm telling you, I'm getting a very specific situation here. And it's this pile, it's not you guys. It's like maybe even this person's energy, because I'm getting drained. So, and I'm literally getting a specific situation. Whoever this is, I definitely feel like there's still care here and wanting to reconnect, okay? And I do feel like there's a certain level of history here where this person would like to reconnect. However, there's this animosity. I don't even know if this person will try to talk to you. It just depends on where you guys are at right now. But it feels like when I look at the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this person, I'm getting in this situation, this person has tried to reach out. They've tried to make amends. They've tried to get back to where you guys were, but you've been closed off to it. There's just this energy of like, I've tried. Maybe this person thought that you guys were going to go back, right back to where you guys were. And it's like, we can never really go back to that. There is this weird ass energy here with this Two of Wands and this Ace of Wands. Let me ask about this. Why is this Ace of Wands here? Why is this Ace of Wands here? For how this person would feel. The Three of Wands. So it's crazy because, okay, for some of you guys, this person would want to take action towards you. Because for some of y'all might have blocked this individual, or you've been doing a really good job with keeping your distance. So something about if this person was to see you in person, it would give them more opportunity to be able to take action to you, or action like by you. I meant what I said the first time. I'm sorry. I'm like stumbling. Maybe this person would be stumbling on their words, but it would just give them better access, where it's like, you can't run from me now. You have to face me. You have to be able to talk to me. This Ace of Wands, if you guys are beefing, I don't know, this Ace of Wands feels a little bit entitled. In a way, I don't know, like, I think this person, they need to realize that if you guys had beef, it might not go back to how it was. Like, you don't have to talk to this person if you don't want to, okay? And like I said, if this person was really close to you before, it's like they're having a hard time not being close to you anymore. Maybe even to you being independent. It's frustrating. It's like getting on my nerves, to be honest. It's crazy how cards can come out, but there's a certain energy that I feel, and there's a certain situation coming to my mind. But some of you guys with this tool, this is really quick. You have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I'm seeing someone maybe come up to you like quickly, like they don't even think about it. For some of you guys, they come up to you really quick, because it's that energy of we were really close. So there could be some excitement here, of course. They feel like this would be their opportunity to say their piece, to say what they need to say, to get you to face them. But with this Four of Pentacles, I don't know if y'all would be open to that. And even if you did speak to this person, it just doesn't feel like, oh, look at that Five of Wands and that Justice card I just seen. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? The Two of Swords. Yeah, some of you guys are not like, I ain't gonna lie, I know you guys are asking about like, what if you saw this person again? But some of you guys might not really be interested in seeing them again. Or if you did see them again, you might want to see them again just so you can kind of like drive the point home of how you guys are not what you used to be. This person seems to be having a hard time understanding the dynamic. And granted, like I said, if you're the person on the other side of this, we got to learn how to read the room. Love you dearly, but we have to learn how to read the room, okay? Because there's the one person that's not really that interested in this at this time. Even if there's care there, they're just like, there's too much that has happened and I'm keeping my distance for a reason. Let me see. How would they react? How would my viewers react to seeing this person? How would my viewers react to seeing this person? So we do have the 10 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. I'm telling you, I'm getting this energy of like, you ever meet up with someone, especially when you do have history with them, you ever have these moments where y'all come across each other, even though there's a reason why you put a boundary up, but because they're family, or because this was someone you were close to, or because this was someone that you used to date and be very involved with. It's crazy. Some of you guys like to rub your ear, or some of you guys maybe rub this person's ear, or there's something about earrings here. I don't know. Like self-soothing. I don't know. But I feel like you ever like meet up with someone and you do have this initial excitement because of the history and because of what the dynamic was, or if your family still is in a way. But once you talk to them, you remember, oh, wait a second, you're the enemy. Wait a minute, I can't trust you. Wait a minute, I have to be very selective with what I tell you. You might feel like when this person comes around, they're prying, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting this inner like, oh, you know, it's like a reminiscing type of like, dang, I wish we could have really like worked, whatever that is. But I don't know, there's this defensiveness because with this 7 of Swords, some of you guys just feel like you have to tiptoe with this person. You have to like be 2 steps ahead. You have to be very selective with what you tell them, which just lets me know something kind of through the dynamic, okay? Even if you guys are at a place where you're not feeling the harshest towards them, it's not the same as what it used to be. Period. It's not the same as what it used to be. We got the Tower card here. Yeah. And the Moon card. Yeah, this is the type of person where you try to give them a chance, but then you realize with the High Priestess here, you probably should listen to your intuition and kind of stayed away. You might start to realize the trickery, or like start to really remember why y'all had to disconnect. You start to really like be like, damn, this person is really not changing. Or like, damn, this person really is just funny acting or faking away, or they just, I don't know. There's just something about them that is trickery. There's two, look at this shit. The High Priestess, the 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the Moon. The High Priestess, the 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the Moon. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't really like the energy. It's making my stomach hurt. So I'm going to leave that one there. I'm sorry, you guys. That's how they would react. And honestly, I don't really have no advice, because with this energy, this might be someone you need to keep at a distance. I don't know if that resonates. So yes, Pile 3, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comment. Okay, so this is a... I don't know what it is about these last 2 piles. Both, I'm getting hostility, okay? This does feel like it was a love situation, but I could be wrong. And this Emperor feels like whoever the masculine energy is, let me tell you the scenario I was getting. I'm getting a masculine energy. And I'm not gonna lie, they really actually could be male, but I'm just getting a masculine energy that is very successful. Could even be hyper focused on career, maybe even their image. They could be well traveled. They could have a nice job. There's someone that takes their image, what they wear, what they do very seriously. They could be very involved with their work right now. Somebody here could also be Muslim. I do feel like there is an acknowledgement. Well, this person could also be spiritual in their own right, or even religious, or have their own doctrine when it comes to their beliefs that they hold very close to their chest, even if you don't agree with them. But I'm also getting that they see you as very intuitive as well. It's almost giving me like a Queen of Cups type of energy. But this is the thing. When I don't know, you guys, I'm going to be very honest with you, and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But if this person, if you have ever felt And I'm not saying that this person is this, but for some of you guys, I could see where this Emperor could turn south. Because if you guys were ever in a situation where the person was super selfish, they put you in a place where you just mentally just felt unstable, not to put all the blame on them, but you know, that N-word, not the other N-word, but the narcissist, you know, very like narcissistic tendencies, very selfish, very self-serving, can cut you off in a second and just like act like you didn't exist. I don't know. There's just this energy here where I do get this selfish, higher than thou energy with this person for some of you. For others of you, I just feel like this person just really knows what they want. They are very self-serving, but they're also very strong. So I can get where some of you guys, there's a toxic masculinity here. And for others, they just have this energy that's very powerful. And if they want something, they go get it. If they don't, they don't. And I feel like at a point in time, whoever the feminine energy was, it feels like it happened at your expense. Like we have broken heart here when I asked about like what's the past energy. Also when I asked about like how they feel about you, we have dark thoughts, all tied up, daughter spirit, and the thinking woman. I'm getting multiple scenarios. I feel like one, most of their thoughts that they have about you are not super pleasant, okay? Whether it be because, and I ain't gonna lie, some of you guys, we just gotta really call a spade a spade. This person may not feel the same way you feel about you as you do them. That's for some of you guys. And that would have been very adamant, 333 on the clock, or very evident in the connection, okay? Where they strung you along and yeah, okay? For others of you, there could have been feelings here, and these dark thoughts represent what happened between you guys, where it's like they don't really want to face it. They don't really want to talk about it. They rather just kind of go about their business. But it just feels like whatever has occurred in the past with you guys, I feel like it doesn't bring this person much happy energy from what I'm getting, if I'm being honest. How they feel about you, we do have this all tied up. I don't know, some of you guys could struggle with anxiety, maybe even depression. And I don't want to, this person is very blunt. I have to be honest, and I almost am trying not to say what I'm about to say. I'm sorry, you guys. This does not mean this is true, and this is why I get some of that negative energy from this person for some of you guys. Because this isn't going to be for everybody. But you'll know, because they would have probably been like this when you guys were together. I feel like this person genuinely doesn't feel like you guys could be very indecisive. I am hearing the word, I'm not saying this, you guys, but this person could have accused you of being mentally unstable. They could have tried to push certain grievances onto you. Like even if they were the one to do something wrong, they might try to flip it on you and kind of put the blame on you. I could see that dynamic here where it kind of puts you in this whirlwind where really what's happening is you're being gaslit or you're being manipulated or what have you. I'm seeing a lot of using your emotions against you, and I don't like that. Ew. Not a fan of it. This person knows that you are very intuitive. You're very connected to spirit. And with the thinking woman, you're very intellectual. You guys, I don't think this person could really run game on you for a long time. You were able to catch up. If this person did ghost you and they act like they don't want nothing to do with you, girl, good riddance, or boy, good riddance. Because really, I'm telling you guys, if this person, because I am getting a lot of narcissist energy, if this person, please do not take this personal, because you figured them out. At a point in time, you were able to figure them out, read them, kind of catch them on their bullshit, even if they didn't admit it. And I really feel like that might be why they separated, okay? But their energy just feels really like higher than thou. Like, I don't have time to really focus on Power Force emotions and things like that because I'm doing my own thing. Now, if there was not that much negative energy between you two, right? And you just have to be real with yourself with the situation. I just feel as though something has happened between you two where they're not really going back into the past. As far as my spiritual team, what they're telling me is that this person has really been working on themselves. They're really focused on their career. So all of that still stands. They're probably more in tune with God, spirit, their self as of now, really trying to work on themselves and elevate themselves. And when we get down here to these dark thoughts all tied up in door to spirit, I feel like there could be this energy where they don't have the best thoughts when it goes back to kind of the last thing that happened between you guys, and it almost feels like they can't reach you. They could probably connect with you on the astral plane, but when it comes to physically, you might have put up your boundaries. Again, it's certain things that still apply, like still very intelligent. We're able to catch them up on their BS, or not even just that, because some of y'all might have done something wrong. There's just this energy of like, you're a very intellectual person, very smart, very, you know, worthy, at least from this other individual's character that I'm picking up on. But some of you guys might be in another relationship, so this person has to watch you from afar. Okay, so those are the kind of the two different dynamics I'm getting. I'm getting this like, oh my gosh, what do they say, public enemy number one from one. And the other person, I don't know, some of you guys chose someone else and they have leveled up. And you may still think back to them. Let me say this. The feminine energy may still think back to this person, but the feminine energy is already in a new connection. They're already doing their own thing. And something that you need to know about the masculine energy is that they have been doing a lot of self-reflecting, and they have, you know, done really well for themselves. And the connecting energy here is a broken heart. That's for the one that I feel like is, you know, coming along. This other person, this public enemy number one, I just feel like this broken heart is happening more towards one person specifically. Not to say that they weren't hurt by whatever happened, but they're just so damn selfish. And you're going to have to really use your intuition to be able to distinguish between both energies, because even if one of these parties was selfish, they don't have to be that toxic, okay? This is giving a little bit of some toxicity that I'm not fucking with, okay? And I'm gonna leave that there, because if not, it's gonna get more confusing. Someone's gonna catch that how I said it. So let's get more into just what they feel if they saw you again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this because I need to figure out what deck I want to use, and then we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so I will be right back. All right, pile 4, let's do this. I'm interested to see what comes out. As soon as I released some of that energy, I just felt so much more energy on my end, which kind of lets me know if any of that resonated for you guys. I feel like there was just an energy where you were forced to have to walk away, and this is only gonna be for some of you guys, and you've really leveled up your damn self, okay? So one thing I will say, if you guys were to see this person, honey, you'd be looking the frick good, as you should. Rooting for you if you are the person that was done wrong in this situation, or this other individual dropped the ball. I just wasn't liking that energy. But let's start kind of fresh, not fresh, but let's start, you know, let's continue. Can't you tell I'm like irritated with, if that, maybe not the other one that I was picking up on, but that public enemy number one, I wasn't feeling it, okay? How would this person react if they saw pile 4? Whoever this energy is that I'm picking up on, let's just combine both of those people that I was kind of getting. Just in general, how would they react? How would they feel? How would this person react if they saw pile 4? How would this person react? I literally just homed in on my little Buddha here with the eyes closed, which gives me like a shocked, scared, don't want to see, don't want to look, like a type of energy. And then the Queen of Swords came out, and the Six of Swords is here, but I don't know if it's flipped over, so I'm gonna put it back. But that's just giving me, there's hella air energy here. It would be a swift reaction. This Queen of Swords, I'm not gonna lie, there's this like slice the tension with the knife type of energy that I'm picking up on. I am seeing this as the feminine energy, like whoever got done wrong or slighted in this situation, if that applies, there's almost this energy of like, you know when you did someone wrong and you haven't had to face them, whether you've blocked them on social media, they've blocked you, or even just you had a bunch of tension with somebody and there wasn't really much closure, or the closure that y'all did have, it was just like chaos, like real big tower moment. This is almost like seeing someone after the energy of like the Tower, the Five of Wands, Two of Swords, like real combative type of energy, but then real like I'm just shutting the door. And then you see this person and it's like tension. I ain't gonna lie, this feels like real slice with a knife. The tension is thick. It almost feels like I'm seeing one person be like, and they just know like, ooh, Power 4 is about to dig in my ass. Like literally, that sounded so nasty how I said that, but they're about to dig into my ass. Like they just know like, oh, I'm about to get a lashing. There's almost like this energy of like a guilt. There's animosity here for sure that I'm picking up on. There's like a guilt though, and just depending on how things ended or just what has happened is going to determine who's having the guilt. But there's just this, I don't know, this person is almost feeling like they're going to get some type of wrath from you, some type of death stare. They're almost intimidated. I almost wanted to say B-boy, as in B-I-T-C-H boy. Not to say it is a boy, but it's just funny how this person has so much, you know, puff in their chest when you weren't in their presence. They lose that. Whoever this is, there isn't going to be an intimidation. How would they feel if they saw Power 4? Ooh, how would they feel if they saw Power 4? We have the Hermit. How would they feel if they saw Power 4? Oh, yeah. The Eight of Wands. I feel like this person would try to go. This is not coming to me as they would try to talk to you. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is the type of energy where you see somebody and then it's like, now you see me, now you don't. There's like this tension. Then there's like this pause, and I see this person wanting to get out of there. I'm seeing that here where it's like, I gotta get out of here. Like, and I feel like I said, depending on how y'all ended, this could be due to shame. This could be due to just a fear of how you're going to react. It almost feels like they can't be in your presence. Tell me more. Why the Eight of Wands? Tell me more. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of guilt here. This person cannot... Honey, I don't feel like they would be able to face you without getting some type of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety here. There's a lot of like, as soon as they see you, they gotta go. They have to leave. Like they have to, like they're real jittery. They could be talking to friends and they're like, oh, okay, all right, bro, I'm out. Fist bump, boom, out the way. They gotta go. They are scared. Ha, that's funny. This is funny, but it's not. Very, very anxious. This is a very strong reaction that you would make, whoever this is, okay? There's a strong reaction here. And what I will say is, honey, the type of reflection that they would have to do after seeing you is crazy, okay? How would they feel like, or how does this person currently, no, I already asked that, but like, how would they feel after seeing Pile 4? How would this person feel after seeing Pile 4? We have the Three of Wands. That's crazy. I'm seeing someone hurry up and flee the scene. You don't see them, but then afterwards they're thinking about you. They're thinking about communicating because, honey, yeah, you were being a pussy. Like, what the frick are you doing? There's like really big coward energy up here. But then once they're out of your sight, I don't know, like this person is almost feeling compelled to check your social media, check up on you, replay what just happened, reminisce about certain things. And there's almost like this longing type of energy of wanting to talk to you. The Wheel of Fortune, they're going to be all over the place. I'm telling you. I don't think they would come up to you and speak to you. I think they would try to flee the scene. But once they are out of your sight, honey, once they go home, get in their car or whatever the case may be, honey, the gears is rolling. Whatever thoughts they have been trying to push to the side, maybe not even face whatever they were able to brush under the rug or just not face or avoid dealing with, honey, it would all smack them right then and there. And depending on what happened between you guys, I'm getting a lot of like guilt, shame, just wanting to, like, let me see, are they, tell me more, because I want to say wanting to reconnect, but there's just this like sorry ass energy. I'm getting like sorry, not even just like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's just this person feels shitty. Like, how would they feel after seeing pile 4? How would this person feel after seeing pile 4? Tell me more. The 4 of Swords, honey, they would be in their head. That's one of those situations where you go and you have to deal with what just happened. Oh my gosh. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. There would, this person, like, seeing you would almost deplete their energy. It would ruin their day. It would mess up everything. Like, I'm telling you, it would mess up everything. Because now they have to face what happened. There's a wound here and they have to face it. So let me see. Can you tell me, like, if we were to talk to their higher self, what is their higher self trying to tell me right now? What happened here? The 5 of Wands. Yeah, there was a lot of drama, conflict, competition, just a lot of BS. There was some drama here. What is their higher self trying to tell me? This person could have been emotionally unavailable, very closed off, maybe even very selfish. They could have abandoned you at a time, or just, you know, it's one thing to be in a relationship like this, but when you have the person, like, I hate to say it like this because it's all toxic, but it's one thing to be actively communicating with that person and trying to get some reassurance, even if it's a lie. It's another thing for someone to have you in some drama and then they just kind of like ice you out and ghost you out. It's the worst feeling ever, okay? Like, it's disgusting. I've been through that before and it's just a disgusting feeling. That's how this kind of feels. But let's see. Some of you got, yeah, they left you to have to deal with something. Ooh. So what are their regrets? What does this person regret? I'm about to read them for filth. Justice. How they, girl, something did not play out the way they needed to. Let me tell you something. Whoever was wrong in this situation, karma was given on both ends. I do feel like just intuitively, this person was meant to teach you some type of self-love, self-care, really highlight some areas, you know, just maybe that you weren't really paying attention to. Some of you guys might have even had a tendency to ignore red flags. We've all done it. And I feel like this was a good, well, I ain't gonna say a good experience, but this was something that was like really gonna hit home and make you like, I ain't doing that again. Okay, I'm not gonna, yeah, we're not doing that one again. Let me pause this really quick. I felt like I intuitively had to do that because if my camera would have cut off, I would have lost that clip. And honey, I was giving some gas, okay? That was gas right there. And it's crazy. Now that I'm in this energy, I have energy. So I'm not really fooling with them. They did something. And they regret, they don't feel like they were fair about a situation. Some of you guys, there was some, let me see, I'm gonna shut up. Let's see. They weren't being fair. What do they regret? What does this person regret? The Fool card. They were not being fair. I think this person has made some decisions just without you. Not to say that everybody has to like counsel with someone to get like their approval, but it feels like there was some type of dynamic here where it would have made sense. It would have been nice for you to explain that. This person was just very self-serving, maybe even a bit, their energy was kind of floating. I don't know. This person could have been a hoe. I don't know. But it just feels like there was a lot of baggage here. I see all these little photos. This person could have had a lot of exes they were still dealing with, or just a lot of like past energy kind of still influencing how flighty they are now. When I see this, this is someone that wants to have fun. They're very free-spirited, but it feels like it's at the expense of, or it was at the expense of you. Foolish decision. This is how I know whatever happened was very transformational for you. I feel like a lot of y'all have probably leveled the frick up since this person. And if you haven't, it's coming. Please, girl, forget them. But no, for real. But what do they regret when it comes to my pile 4? What does this person regret when it comes to my pile 4? The Moon. Yeah, like you see another major arcana. It was just like these lies, these deceptions, these trickeries, these lies, the deception, the trickery, let me say it like that. The illusions, the like fog, the smoke, the not wanting to hold something accountable, the wolf in sheep's clothing, the sadness, the despair, the baggage, and then projections. I feel it. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Yeah, 5 of Cups and this Death card at the top and the bottom of the deck. We have hella Scorpio energy here. So this person could keep this on the inside. And that's why once they see you, honey, girl, they gotta go. Okay, like they might not show it on their face. They flee the scene before you can pick up on this. But honey, they would be thinking about this, something crazy, after they were out of your presence, which feels like they would be up out of their Speedy Gonzalez, and they would be hit with the truth, whatever that is. It is heavy. Like, I'm trying to really explain to y'all like how big this truth is, how big this feeling is. Like it almost feels like it's something that they might even, maybe they gotta go smoke to try to get it off their mind, or they might have to go drink or indulge. Like, this could be something that happened between you guys that they have tried to remove themselves from, remove you out the way, remove pictures of you, like get you off social media, drink the sorrows away. Like, they've done a lot to like remove and create space, but to see you again would just, honey, that shit would be crazy. That shit would be crazy. However things ended here, or something that caused the ending, it's heavy, yo. That shit's heavy. Dang. Okay, so enough of that. Let me pull some oracles for you guys just because I'm curious. We're gonna do the his situations just because I'm getting a lot of masculine energy. Not that a masculine has to be a he. Let's please it already be confusing. Like, I be trying to stay on point, but I just, you know, this is one of my masculine decks. So let's just see what goes through. Any messages or just more insight that could help clarify who this person is, or just, you know, yeah, do just that for my viewers. Messages from this person to pile 4. Messages from this person to pile 4. What do they have to tell pile 4? Ooh, that was a little fast. What do they need to tell pile 4? We have, I've realized that I want you and I don't want to be a player anymore. Don't believe what you see or hear because I'm not okay. I see that. I promise I won't ever break your heart again. This person definitely did something wrong. And we have, I'm ready to be in a serious, committed relationship with you. The life I'm living is not going how I had imagined. 2 more. Sometimes I cry about you when I'm alone. I'm in a karmic relationship, but we sleep in separate beds. Yeah, I can see all of this shit. And like I said, I was getting 2 different energies as far as this person's character. Well, I don't feel like you should trust either one of these people, but you know, who am I? But I will say, like, for one of them, if you guys have moved on, like, you'll know, not the public enemy #1 person that I was describing, but that other individual. Yeah, there's just a lot of coming to Jesus moment. Like, they just feel stupid. They feel so stupid. They're just so dumb. They're dumb. I'm sorry. I'm leaving it at that. And I mean what I just said. Like, this person is dumb. Like, I know, like, sometimes us as readers, like, some readers be like, I'm not trying to come at your person. I am. Fight me, girl. Come on, come to the camera and fight me, because they just got on my nerves. Like, I'm feeling hostility. Like, I'm feeling hostile. They done made me mad. Like, come on now. So, yes, pile 4. That was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I will see you guys down below in the comments.